2014 has already been a great year for smartphones, with vendors releasing some of their most innovative handsets to date. Two of the most interesting of these are the Sony Xperia Z2 and HTC One M8. Visually, you can see both phones are very different, with the One M8 having a metallic single-piece chassis that wraps around its Gorilla Glass front. By comparison, the Z2 has a Gorilla Glass front and back faces and metallic sides. As you can see by the plugs covering the Z2's ports, it is the only one of the two that's IP58 certified, meaning it is the only one that is dust and water resistant. That said, testing the two phones, we found the One M8 feels a little bit more robust and is significantly more scratch-proof than the Z2, thanks to its metallic chassis. One other area that the Z2 loses out on is screen technology. HTC's loaded the One M8 with a 5-inch Full HD 441 pixel per inch density Super LCD 3 capacitive touchscreen, and compared to the Z2's 5.2 Full HD 424 ppi triluminous display, we'd say colours are significantly more vibrant and icons are a little bit crisper. In terms of software, both phones come with Android 4.4.2 KitKat installed. However, Sony and HTC have added their own custom skins. HTC's Sense 6.0 skin is probably the more intrusive of the two, with it adding HTC's news aggregation Blink feed service, replacing the main home screen. By comparison, the Sony phone only adds a few custom applications and widgets, meaning that it probably will be more intuitive to Android users who haven't experienced anything but the vanilla version seen on Nexus devices. In terms of performance, the two are fairly evenly matched, both coming loaded with quad-core Snapdragon 801 processors from Qualcomm. That said, the Z2 does feature a little bit more memory, coming with 3 GB of RAM, beating the One M8's 2 GB. However, we're yet to really experience any performance disparity between the two phones, with both dealing with any task we threw at them hassle-free. We're just thinking that the Z2 may be slightly more future-proof and may perform better with multitasking when the phones have been used for a little bit longer, say about 6 months. Camera technology is one area that the Z2 clearly wins out on, with Sony having loaded the Z2 with a 20.7 megapixel rear camera. This beats, in our mind, the One M8's 4.1 ultra-pixel rear camera. Ultra-pixel is a technology via HTC that instructs the phone to capture bigger pixels. This in theory means it can perform better in low light and process images faster. While this works to some degree, we found it also means that images taken on the One M8 can look a little bit fuzzy, especially when zoomed in on or blown up to larger sizes. By comparison, images taken on the Z2 are the finest we've seen on any Android phone, and we'd say that the Z2 is currently the top dog when it comes to camera technology in the Android ecosystem. When it comes to battery, the Z2 also wins out. Sony's powered the Z2 with a 3200 mAh battery. By comparison, the One M8 is powered by a 2600 mAh battery. Battery binning the two phones by looping a video file stored on them with the screen brightness set to automatic, we found the Z2 generally lasted between 8 to 8.5 hours. By comparison, the One M8 lasted between 7.5 to 7 hours. We found the same rang true with real-world performance, and in general, the Z2 made it a few hours longer than the One M8. Price-wise, the 16GB version of the Z2 costs £600, whereas the 16GB One M8 costs $550. Picking which phone is better is difficult. If you want great camera technology and decent battery life, the Z2 is a fantastic choice. However, if you want great 8 screen performance and a nice robust design, the One M8 does win out. Overall, these are two of the finest Android phones we've ever had the pleasure to use, and we would thoroughly recommend it to any buyer. I'm Alistair Stevenson, thanks for watching.